Hello and welcome back to the Lumin Weekly Q&A. Here we are again, on the couch, with some questions. But there are only a few questions, only a couple of questions this time around. Mostly, it's just time for an adventure. Because I've got it must be at least 30 different languages versions of that little phrase here. And I'm gonna try say them all. I haven't actually really had a look at them yet. I copy-pasted them and I just put them into Google Translate to make sure I wasn't saying anything totally unrelated. Okay, you guys can't blame me for doing that. But I didn't really rehearse or anything. I don't know what most of these are. It's gonna be crazy. Let's just say that. But before we do that, we're gonna do that first. But before that, so I suppose it's not really first, but before that, 10,000 subscribers. It happened today. I can't believe it. That is a lot more subscribers than I expected to have ever. So it's absolutely amazing. And somehow it just went up so fast over this past weekend or over the past week or so. And I don't know if it's mostly because of Legend of Grimrock or if it was a mixture between that and say the Guild Wars 2 videos that I had out. I don't know, but there are a lot more of you now. So welcome. This is the Tales of Lumin YouTube channel. It's here and here and all over, okay? This is it. And I put out videos. I hope you guys enjoy more than just the one series you subscribed for, but if you do, then that's fine. I try to upload at least a bit of everything every week, or at least every day or two. The only two series that have been lacking a bit recently are Terraria and Minecraft, but there have been reasons for that, and they will be back to normal soon. Ooh, and have you guys been following the production of Starbound? That looks quite cool as well. Wow. The nice thing is that I think that Starbound's beta, or when it actually starts being playable for us, will coincide nicely with the ending of Terraria for my series. And not that I want Terraria to end, but it isn't actually like Minecraft where you can get a bunch of adventure maps and do lots of other stuff. It actually kind of has a beginning and an end. But we'll see about that later. I was actually talking about the subscribers here. Anyway, 10,000 subscribers, that's amazing. Thank you to every single one of you guys. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate that you guys keep coming back to watch the videos, because without you, there'd actually be no point to upload videos. But I probably would anyway, even if you didn't watch them, because I love doing it. So that's that. Anyway, now wait. Enough of that. I'm actually going to upload a vlog talking about the 10,000 subscriber thing and my plans for the next couple of days. I should also mention that I do have a 10,000 subscriber video planned. It's still in the early stages of production, but it shouldn't be too long. You know, it'll be soonish. I hope. But hopefully it's going to be good. So stay tuned for that. Now. Oh, and the vlog. I'm going to talk about it in a vlog and some other things. And I can't help the echo. I apologize, there are still no carpets in our house. We are waiting to get a vacuum cleaner so we can vacuum the carpets to get rid of the fleas. Because Nero had a bit of a flea problem, and for some reason, he's so resilient to the poisons that you give him. And it's obviously dog-safe poisons, it's just not flea-safe poisons. But I'm saying, you put poison on him, you give him pills, you do whatever you want with Nero, it just don't work. The fleas keep coming back. So, we're doing something about it. Something extreme, but it's gonna work. Ooh, and speaking of Nero, he's right here. That's why I keep pointing down here. He's over there. He's sleeping. He's having a nap. And I'm bothering him right now. Shh. Did you hear that? He just went into serious sleep mode. So it's done now. He can't even hear me anymore. But I got such a nice photo of Nero. I'm gonna put it on Facebook. So if you aren't following on Facebook or Twitter, check below, because there's gonna be a really cute photo of him. Anyway, now it's time for an adventure. So, I didn't organize these in any specific way, and if any of these are the same, I apologize, but a few of them were very similar, okay? But they have apparently different ways of saying things that are quite similar, but still different. So, a few that sounded similar to me were, looked similar here, was it Slovenian and Slovakian? Oh, those aren't the same language as far as I know. But I might not know. And then all the Dutch languages actually sounded quite similar in the way that they looked. That doesn't make sense, but let's start with Swedish. I've got them in a list. This is how the list looks. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I should probably tip it around. But I've got the name of the language, then I've got the phrase. And I did check all of these. They are all the right phrase as far as I can tell. Unless Google Translate was lying to me. So, Swedish. And I don't know what to do with these little dots on the A or the little dots on the O or the little dots on the E's. So I'm just gonna roll with what I've got. Dit är dags för ett äventyr. Äventyr? Det är dags för ett äventyr. That's Swedish. Straight up, not gonna correct myself again. Serbian. Vreme avanturu. It's actually avanturu. Vreme avanturu. Wow, I sound like a real Serb. French, ooh. Okay, French is interesting because I think I remember French is you're supposed to lose like, I would say syllables, but some of the letters are silent. So, say tempur partir all'avventure. There, that's French. Norwegian. Det är partide med ett äventyr. Was that okay? I don't know. And I've got Swedish again. Get out of here, Sweden. Jeez Louise. Trying to show up twice on my list? Goodness. Now Hebrew. This is crazy. Zmane leharpatka. Zmane leharpatka. Hey, how is that? I don't know. Ooh, okay. German. This one I should be able to do. Es ist Zeit für ein... Ooh, adventure looks weird. Es ist Zeit für... It's actually für, isn't it? Es ist Zeit für ein Abenteuer. How's that? Es ist Zeit für ein Abenteuer. I don't know. Okay, Welsh. Ooh, Welsh. Why would you do this to me? This is terrible. Mijn amser are... You know what I'm doing? I'm reading all of these as if they're like Spanish or Italian, and that's bad. I'm probably butchering your languages, so I apologize. But mijn amser are gyfer antur. Icelandic. Whew, this is a tough one as well. Tími, fyrir, ævintýri. I don't know if that's correct. Let's try that one more time. Tími, fyrir. Oh, it's going off. Ævintýri. There you go. That's a difficult one because there are lots of little squigglies and squagglies there and I have no idea what they mean. Croatian. Oh, okay, so Croatian sounded a bit like another one. Croatian looked and sounded a bit like Serbian. Just saying. I might be wrong. Croatian's is Vrijeme avanturu. The way I'm saying avanturu is probably not right, but we roll in with that. Danish. Det er till ett äventyr. I don't know. Okay, next. Slovenian. The C. Now I would read this as cas. C-A-S. But it could be sas. Is it sas? Sas jeza avanturo. Or kas jeza avanturu. I kind of feel as if Slovenian should have a harsh sound to it, so I should probably use kas. I'm gonna go with that. Now, Slovakian. Nastal kas da dobrodružstvo. Dobrodružstvo. That is amazing. That is amazing. That word. Wow. I can't wait to get to Russian. I think Russian is in here. Ooh, okay, Finnish. Onsekailun aika. That doesn't sound right. Maybe I should have translated that one because I think I might have missed something there. Did I? I hope not. Oh, okay, Australian. This is a good one. Bloody hell, it's time for an adventure, mate. Crikey. I don't know. That's it. I can't do accents. And that's the best you're gonna get out of me with, I'm leaving my arm on here, with Australian because crikey is all I know. And mate, that's it. Australians, I hope you like that. I don't know how many of you there are, but I'm sure you'll appreciate it. Now, Italian. È il momento per avventura? Yes, avventura. So I'll do it again. It's è il momento being time, I guess. È il momento per un'avventura. Huh, Dutch. Het is tijd, T-I-J-D. That's such a weird way of... Het is tijd voor een avontuur. New Zealand. It's time for an adventure, bro. Go New Zealand. That's the language I can speak. Okay, Latvian. Ir. Is Latvian close to German? I don't know. Irpinakis likes pidzovojumam. That last word. Okay, one more time. Irpinashis, maybe it's a shis. Irpinashis likes pidzivojumam. Pidzivojumam. Okay, Polish. Sasna Prizgode. Prizgode. That's it. Shazna Prizgode. You guys should look at this while I'm reading it because it's going to be in the description below this video and then you can just see how foolish I'm sounding right now because these are tough. Okay, but I like Polish. It sounds good. Makes me like really keen for Russian. I know Russian's in here. Anyway, Romanian. Itimpul pentru o aventura. Lots of you guys use aventura. That's weird. Then Afrikaans is just once again dit is tijd, not dis tijd, because dis tijd would be, D-I-S would be it's. I suppose we could use that. Dis tijd for an avontuur. Okay, so Irish Gaelic. This one was so weird to me. It just looks not like what I'm looking for. But I'm going to say it anyway because I think it did actually translate into it's time for an adventure. So Irish Gaelic is a chud amale haghaid each try ochta. Each try ochta. So it's a chud amale haghaid each try ochta. I don't know. Russian. Ooh, here we go. So there are two Russian versions. And these look tough. Nastalo Vreme dla priključení. Priključení. Aha! I got it. So, nastalo vreme dla priključení. There you go. I had to say it very slowly, but that's the one version. Second version is Samu vreme dla priključení. Man, I should move to Russia because that's a beautiful language. Even if I'm butchering it, it doesn't sound so beautiful and I say it. Canadian, this is good. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't put the names in here because some of you guys were really funny, especially the guy who put Canadian in. But Canadian is this. It's time for an adventure. You have to have a big smile, even if it looks fake. But that's it. That's Canadian right there. Thank you, that was brilliant. Swiss. Now this is supposed to be sort of like German, but it doesn't look anything like German to me. Sich sieht für ist Abenteuer. Abenteuer. So it's sich zeit für es Abenteuer. Okay. Spanish. El momento para una aventura. Haha! Straight up first time. Portuguese. E tempo para uma aventura. Very similar right there. Ooh, and that's it. That's the end of them. No! I got through them way too quickly. I'm not going to go through them again though. So, that's it for It's Time for an Adventure. That was beautiful. Some of those languages are amazing, and I might have gotten lucky with some of them, but I think because there were so many Dutch style ones, and then like Spanish, Italian, Portuguese style ones, I sort of made all of them sound like that. That was a mistake, but that's as good as I can do. And before I continue, I wanted to say that there was only one video response last week, and that was from The Sparrow's Journey. He's got a new channel on YouTube, and he just submitted a video where it was talking about his channel and what he's going to do on his channel. He spoke about a few of his plans for the future. He said he's going to start on Guild Wars 2, and then he spoke about a few of his inspirations, which I was honored to say I was one of them, and Dodger, Total Biscuit, Dave Chaos. I don't watch whoever that is, but him as well, Chaos Dave, I don't know. And it was an interesting video, basically. And I listened to it, and the only thing I could see that was wrong was the mic seemed to be setting its volume up and down, which is actually a normal thing. There's a setting, if you open your recording properties in Windows 7, you right click on your little speaker doodad bottom of your screen, and you go to recording, and then you go to your recording device, which would be your mic. You right click on that, you go properties on that, and then somewhere there there's a setting that auto adjusts the volume when something else happens, or if you're using press to talk, one of those two. So it mustn't auto adjust the volume, and you shouldn't use push to talk. Anyway, okay. Now, but you know, it's good. He started up a channel, he started uploading videos already, he's preparing for Guild Wars 2, and I think he said he might do some Diablo 3, but that's great. So if you want to, you can check that out in the previous video. It was a video response. Now, there are a few questions. There are no big or small questions here, and they are not organized in any way. So, Kiriko07131 asks, since you're going to be playing Guild Wars 2, what is your first and surname going to be? That's tough. I actually think that Guild Wars 2 allows just a single name. It's not like Guild Wars 1 where you need to have a first and last name. And funny, in Guild Wars 1, I think you can have like 5 words if you want. You can have as many words as you want. As many as you want, it just needs to fit in the character limit. But I haven't chosen yet. I'll probably have something with Lumin. I will probably use something like True Shot Lumin if I make a ranger. If I make an engineer, which I'm most keen for an engineer right now, then I'm not quite sure what I'm going to go with yet for the name. Maybe I'll just make it Lumin. If I can get just Lumin, then that's fine too. But I could use Lumin the Adventurer, because that's great too. But we'll have to see. It depends on the class, and it depends on the availability of the names, but not a big deal. So, then, what's the name of your guild going to be? We haven't decided on that yet either. I suppose closer to the time I'll get some input from you guys to see, and we'll decide based on that. Then, next question. Have you been thinking of doing live streams? It would be glorious to see you streaming Guild Wars 2 or Mr. Pandaria. I have obviously been thinking about that, but sadly it's not really going to happen with the internet that I have right now. So if they somehow upgrade our lines in the next couple of months or weeks or whatever, then I'll probably be able to live stream, but right now it just won't work. The quality will be like lower than 240p. Go down to the video quality setting, set it to 240p, and then set it down some more. That's how the stream quality will be, and that won't be much fun to watch. Then, what's your favorite type of alcoholic beverage? Yes, I did just ask that. These are all from the same person. I don't really have a favorite type of alcoholic beverage. I don't like beer. I think it's pretty not so good tasting. Although, I mean, that's actually bad because I'm pretty sure there's actually good taste in beer. I'm not a big fan of anything bubbly nowadays. Okay, it's just, I don't like it. So I definitely don't have a favorite. No. If anything, I would choose something that like tastes sort of like sweets that I like, because then it would taste nice. But I'm sure that there's some reason not to drink really sweet tasting alcohol. Who knows? Then, have you been living in South Africa all your life? If not, where have you been living? Yes, all my life in South Africa, nowhere else. How old are you? I am currently 26 or 27. I have to work this out quickly. 1985. So that's 15 years plus 12 years. I'm 27 this year. I'm 27. That's in September. So I'm 26 right now. There you go. I don't remember my age. Who actually remembers their age after like 25? That's when you start wanting to forget your age. So there you go. Then recoil 1337. You guys know what that means. That's not meant to be read like that. It's meant to be read recoil elite. Lumin, regarding Pokemon. If you own the game, you own the rights to be playing it on an emulator, since the ROM file is exactly the same as the contents on the cartridge, which is quite cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was actually like that. But that doesn't always work as you want it to work. I'm quite sure I can stream it, and I mean I can record Pokemon and stuff, but then there's also the whole thing of trying to get a good emulator, make it look nice in the right aspect ratio and all that stuff. I don't know. Anyway, you just lack the hardware to port it from the cartridge to your own format that an emulator recognizes. That's all there is. And if you find a good way to stream the content from the DS to the PC, definitely consider it. I think the best way is to actually play it on a PC and emulate it, as I think you pretty much said in different words here. But I'm definitely considering Pokemon. I might just wait till they release a new one that's totally different and fresh and new. Because Black and White has been out for a long time already, and I'd probably just play that on the DS to get the hang of the whole Pokemon thing. What was that, boy? Oh, anyway. So, next. This is from Mr. Yao Chubo. What's your view on stores releasing keys early, this is for Guild Wars, and losing out on future keys for Guild Wars 2? There's been a few stores that sent out keys early, and now seemingly some people might miss on their games even when they paid full price for pre-purchase. So that's really, I would say, swak, and swak is an Afrikaans word that just means like weak. It's really bad of them to do stuff like that. And you know, funny story, one of the South African retailers called Take Two, or they're called Take a Lot now, they actually were meant to give pre-purchase copies away as well for the collector's edition. And now there's a difference between pre-purchase and pre-order, but there's a limited amount of pre-purchase and pre-order coming into this country, South Africa, and they actually started selling their pre-purchase / pre-order copies, and they sold them both as the same thing a long time ago. About a month or so ago, I think, even longer maybe. And then came time for them to actually start selling the pre-purchase keys, which was on April the 10th. And they said, okay guys, we're going to put it on sale. And at this time, they said at 9 AM, I think it was, we're putting it on sale, get ready. So everyone got ready. Everyone was sitting there at 9 AM. And I know because I watched their Facebook page. And then 9 AM came, nothing happened. They didn't put it on sale. 9:15 came, there's still nothing. Then at like 9:30, they posted on their Facebook page. Oh, well, no. Between that time, people were raging hard. People were freaking because it never went on sale. It never came up on their website. It wasn't there. People were refreshing the page that it was supposed to be on. It didn't appear. Then like at 9:30 or something, or 10 o'clock or whatever, later that day, they posted and they said that it sold out within less than a minute, which no one believed. And then people went back and said, well, we saw that you put it on sale then. So basically what happened is they lied to their customers, and it was really nasty. There were people saying really rude things. There were people apparently phoning them, trying to speak to whoever was in charge to try and get complaints out there. Because a lot of people then missed out on the pre-purchase versions of the collector's edition, or pre-orders, or whatever you want to call it, any version of the collector's edition, and they were super unhappy. Telling you that. So that was bad. And that company, I won't say that it's going to take a hit from that or anything, but the hardcore gamers who wanted Guild Wars will not go back to them. And hardcore gamers actually sort of, they matter, because they're the most vocal ones, and they're probably going to spread word. Why are you beeping, phone? Anyway, so that happened here, and I'm sure that's not the only place or situation or whatever, the only instance of that happening with something like this. I'm sure a lot of other countries had the same kind of thing, the same kind of problems. So my opinion on that is I think it's terrible. I think they should really stick with with the dates that they're given, and they shouldn't be eager to jump the gun because there's no point. There really is no point. If they put it on sale later, the chances are they'll get just as many sales, if not more, because people will be even more desperate for it. But another instance you could compare that to is if there's an NDA and then there's this one idiot who breaks the NDA, posts all his stuff, he gets in trouble for it, sure, but then the stuff is out there and it ruins it for everyone else. Same kind of thing. Anyway, now, the other part of your question. That was your whole question. That's it. Okay, then, Kelpie Sean, I think it's Kelpie Sean. Or Kelpie's Horn. It could be Kelpie's Horn or Kelpie Sean. One of those two, I think it's probably Kelpie's Horn. Firstly, how old is Nero Puppy? Nero actually means genius in Finnish. That's amazing because he is a genius. He is 2 years and... March, April. 2 years, 2 months, and I don't know what the date is today. 16th? Is it the 16th? And 16 days. There you go. His birthday is on 1 of February, and he's 2 years old. Secondly, would Right Panda like to do a Minecraft or something else dual commentary with you? I'm sure she would, but she's not very good. She's very shy. That's what I would say. She's probably amazing at commentary. Who knows? But she's very shy, and it's not something she's comfortable with doing right now. So she'd probably not want to do it right now, but perhaps sometime in the future. I'll keep saying this. She'll think about it. And I'll think about it. I'll think about ways to make her feel more comfortable doing it. Then, I think it would be great if you did videos about you playing Guild Wars 2 World versus World. It seems fun. Sadly, there's no point for me buying the game because my computer is old and slow and I can't afford a new one. Oh, well, save up for a new one. Save up for a new computer. Guild Wars 2 is quite a few months away, and by that time, who knows? So, as for the World versus World thing, I would say that I'm probably going to do at least a couple of PvP videos. I'm not sure when or how, but when the next beta event starts up, I'll probably do a couple of videos, although mine will probably be drowned in a ton of other Guild Wars 2 content coming out, but I will probably do some, at least. Okay, then, Mulder22 says, we touched on the topic of languages, so I have a question about it. Is there some language, or even more of them, that you really like how they sound? And I kind of answered that before. I love how Russian sounds. I think it's an amazing sounding language. I think that a lot of the Eastern European languages do sound pretty similar and pretty cool. Other than that, I like Italian and Spanish, both of them, and I think Portuguese goes sort of hand in hand with that. I don't know, I've got a very, I don't want to say, I'm very accepting with that kind of thing. I like a lot of different languages. Any Asian languages sound amazing to me. Korean and Japanese, right up there. Same for like Mandarin or something, because also good. Anyway, so I hope that answers your question. Then Tom B, or Fruppelkungen, I think that's his nickname. Hey Lumin, if you could choose to live in a fantasy world from any famous game or movie, which would you pick? He says, keep in mind that you would not be a superhero or anything like that in your new world. You would just be a version of you that would fit in to that world. That's a tough question. Now, I didn't actually really think about this before, but I'd have a few things that I'd say. Like, I would say definitely a futuristic one, but not too far into the future. Like I said, the thing is now, the fact that you say you wouldn't be a hero, and that's always a tough thing to consider, because we used to see these worlds from the point of view of the hero. And it makes it much more interesting if you're saying to yourself, you're not going to be a hero in that world. Now imagine I said I want to be on Mass Effect's world in that universe, which is theoretically the same universe that we're in now, but it's far into the future. Now imagine that, and imagine you were living on Earth at the time of Mass Effect 3. That would suck. That would kind of suck, wouldn't it? So, that said, I don't know. I think it would be really, really difficult. Now, because of that, I would probably totally flip it over and say that I would like to live in a world like the one of Red Dead Redemption. Cowboys, which is also pretty much this, but like, you know what I'm saying? That time. Because then being a normal person means more. Because there aren't these extraordinary heroes. And then you can forge your own path with much more success. And you can find grand adventure. Even if you're a normal person. You don't need no spaceship. Okay? So that would be fun. But if I had to really pinpoint one, I wouldn't be able to do it. There are so many cool worlds. Imagine if you say you wanted to live in the world of one of the Final Fantasy games. Or, yeah, like Final Fantasy VII. That's the one that comes to mind. Imagine going to the Golden Saucer and blowing all your hard-earned... What kind of money did they have in Final Fantasy? Gil? It was Gil. Hard-earned Gil at the Golden Saucer. That would be amazing. Riding a chocobo. Man. I'd like that. I would really like that. And I couldn't even imagine how much fun that would be. So I don't really have a good answer for you. I should probably have thought of it before. But it would probably be too terrifying living in a world like the one from Blade Runner. Because there's so much scary stuff going on there. Stuff that you probably wouldn't know about as a normal person, but still scary. Same thing for like Deus Ex. I would compare those two very closely. There's a lot of stuff going on there. And both those worlds were like on the cusp of disaster. So that would be a tough choice. That's my answer. Wow. Look at me just talking around the question. Fab12UCB asks, do you blow dry your hair or let it air dry? Then do you say scone or scone? I say scone, and... Do I say scone? Scone? I say scone. I don't say scone. There you go. Just saying them out loud works for me. I've never blow dried my hair before in my life. Ever. So I towel dry it, and then it's sort of damp, and then I just leave it. That's fine. And I'm going to get my hair cut in the next day or two. Probably tomorrow, actually. Because why not? It's getting too long. Now, Machiavelli 1109. By the way, are you going to play on EU servers for Guild Wars 2? I need to be in your guild. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine if you're in our guild. And yes, EU. We haven't chosen a server because we don't really know what they're going to be called yet. But that's it, EU. And last, the last question from Drama for Your Mama. What time is it? It's adventure time. Didn't you know? I think if you watch this entire thing, you'd probably know that. But those are all the questions for now. And today is going to be a little bit slow for videos, and I apologize for that. It's going to be so because yesterday I had polar fluke and my throat was like pretty sore after 8 hours of talking. And well, it wasn't really sore, but it was inconvenienced. Let's just say that. And I don't want to record, and I'm tired. I'm super tired, and I don't want to record too much gameplay commentary while I'm tired because I'll probably do a subpar job at recording and commentating on it. And because of that, like I said, I'm not going to do too much. So you'll probably today only see this and the one extra Grimrock episode that I've got. And then from tomorrow, things will be as they were before. I'll have World of Warcraft news coming out along with probably a vlog in the next day or two and all the commentary like Skyrim, Mass Effect, Terraria, Minecraft, Grimrock. What am I missing? Shame. Poor game that's been missed now. I don't know what I'm missing, but all those things will start coming again. I'm trying to squeeze in some Dota as well. And I don't know, I might actually go and play some Guild Wars 1 now because we recently got Guild Wars for ourselves. I had Guild Wars before. Guild Wars Prophecies, Nightfall, and Factions, but I recently bought Eye of the North, so I might go give it a try, see if I want to do something with that. Anything, doesn't matter, even if it's like one video. I might just go try it right now to see if I still enjoy it or if it's still fun. But that said, I'm gonna go now, and tonight I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna not do very much. I might collect new, that's the thing. Not doing much never works for me because there are so many things that I want to do. I'm trying to get a journal entry, the Journal of Lumin the Hunter, which most of you have already forgotten about, but I'm trying to get that done. I've been trying to get it done for a while, but the thing is I started on making one, and then when I was about finished with the writing of that story piece, then I started on another one that was more suited to current happenings and events. Now the first one that I started on is going to be happening after the second one that I started on, because this one I'm busy with now fits in. I'm sure I don't need to tell you guys why, because of a certain beta that's happening, but it's going to be special and it's going to be really cool, and I hope to get it done soon. I'm hoping to get some time this weekend, this coming weekend, time for everything, to get a lot of stuff, maybe a Dota game or two, maybe some, I wanted to get a Counter-Strike Go video out. I would love to play Tribes Ascend, but sadly there aren't any local servers, and then a couple of other things as well. We'll see. We will see. So stay tuned. Keep checking back here soon for more. And before I go, I'm going to show you Nero Puppy. So I'm actually going to take the camera off the stand because it's worth showing you. It really is. Get off here. Oh, isn't he just too handsome? Oh, hello, boy. He says, no, get away, Daddy. I'm trying to sleep here. That's fine, my boy. Look at his paw over here. But that's Nero Puppy over there. Having a nap. That's more of a sleep because that's pretty serious. Now, that's going to be it for this video. Check back soon for more. Most importantly though, thank you for all the it's time for adventure quotes in all your languages, because that was amazingly fun, and I'll definitely do something like that again in the future. So, that's it. I'm done. Most importantly though, again, happy snoozing with Nero Puppy.